Hi everybody, welcome to today's cooking session. Today we're going to make a delicious and a little bit spicy meal that can be a simple meal that you can just eat by itself or something that you can punch up by adding other things to it. So what we're making today is cold sesame noodles, and the first thing you're going to want to do is make 1 pound of whatever kind of noodles you like. So that could be a regular spaghetti, linguine. In my case, I'm using vermicelli. And you want to boil it up the way you normally would to the way you like it. You could also use udon noodles or soba noodles or any type of rice noodle. So you want to have your hot noodles ready to go in a large bowl so it'll be easy to mix. And now we're going to make our sauce. And you will not believe how quick and easy this is. So for our sauce, we want to use apple cider vinegar. That's the best kind to use for this. And did I just pour that out? No, I did not. Thank goodness. I don't think I did. Okay, half a cup of apple cider vinegar. And we're going to put them together into a pitcher and mix it up so everything's incorporated. Half a cup of tamari, which if you're not familiar with tamari, it's basically a gluten-free type of, almost like a soy sauce. So we're going to put a half a cup of tamari in with the half a cup of apple cider vinegar. And then our next item is 1/8 of a cup of toasted sesame oil. And that will go in next. That's 1/8 of a cup. So let's make sure we get all that sesame goodness in there. And our last oil is hot chili oil. I'm using 1/8 of a cup of this, just like I did with the sesame oil. But if you don't like hot, start with less. This is kind of a good base for a lot of people. Not too hot, but it has some spice to it. But if you're not a hot food person, start with less. So that's 1/8 of a cup of hot chili oil. And then our last thing is our sweetener, which is 2 tablespoons of honey. So we're going to put that in there as well, to sort of make that sweet and sour flavor. Just so delicious. Alrighty, I think we're losing a little bit of the honey there because it's so sticky, but there we go. So there's our honey. And now we're going to mix that all up. So you just want to kind of incorporate it all together before you put it on your noodles so that you're not getting different flavors soaking in at different parts of your pasta or your noodle. In my case, vermicelli. Okay, so here we go now. We're going to get our noodles. That seems really well mixed. And it's got a bit of a shine to it from all the different oils. And wait, my honey is not quite mixed in. So there goes my honey. Yeah, that's good. All right, so there, it's just straight up liquid. And that will soak into your noodles really well. So we've got our pasta here. We're going to pour this on top all over. And make sure we get anything that sort of went down to the bottom, which is most likely the honey. All right, so now let me, with my spoon, I'm going to try to mix it in, make sure everything gets somewhat coated. And let me get these things. So I'm just wanting to make sure it really gets mixed in well. You may want to wear a light brown shirt because it's a pale brown and if anything splashes on you. Or maybe an apron like a normal person. Okay, so this is all mixed in it. Right now it smells, you can really smell the vinegar. And because this is cold sesame noodles, you really are going to want this to sit and cool for quite a while. Sometimes making it the night before is good, or making it that morning for the evening. You just want all the flavors to combine together and for the pasta or the noodle to soak up as much of the sauce as it can. So, for the purposes of television or YouTube, we're going to pretend that we've put this in our fridge. We've tossed it a number of times while it cooled. We went back to check it. We tossed it again. And then once it cooled, we left it to just sit for a little while longer so it can absorb all the flavors. And now we're going to pretend that, oh, it's nice and cold. So at this point, what you want to do is you'd like to add some green onions to it, which will give it a nice flavor. So we're going to sprinkle some chopped green onions on there. A little more. You can also have these to the side if you want to just have people add their own. And we're going to add some of the sesame seeds. This is just a bowl of plain sesame seeds. If you don't have any in your house and you don't use them often enough to buy them, it's not a huge deal. They give a little crunch. It's kind of a nice little flavor to it, but you've got the sesame oil, which really brings in that sesame type of taste. So I like these a lot, so I put a fair amount on there. And so that is our cold sesame noodles. So this could be a great light lunch or light dinner with a salad. Some people just love noodles and they just love to eat bowls of noodles. But another thing you can do to sort of make it into more of a meal is to add some things to it. So you're going to take your bowl, and in this case, I am going to, well, let's take some of this first. And we're going to put some of this in our bowl. So we have a nice bit of it. I want to get a little bit of those seeds and green onions on the top there. And then I'm going to add some seared tofu to mine, but you can add any kind of protein that you personally like. So this would go really well with a, say, like a teriyaki flavored chicken, or some seared salmon if you eat that. Any kind of protein that you prefer, just have it. You should have what you like. So that's going to be mine, my seared tofu. And then I've also made just some sautéed bok choy with some sautéed mushrooms. And I'm going to put that in there for some green. And again, with a sauté, you can put any old vegetables that you like. Some people love carrots and red peppers, all sorts of things. Asparagus would be great. So you just want to get yourself a nice side of that. Now you've really got a whole complete meal bowl there, which will be quite delicious when you want to eat it. So here we go. I'm going to come closer to you so I can really show you. So, oopsie. So here we have our noodles, we have our tofu, and we have our veggies. So that makes a really simple, complete meal. I, of course, would want more noodles than I gave myself here. But that's it. That's all you have to do. So I hope you enjoyed this simple cold sesame noodle recipe. Again, I would put it in the fridge, let it marinate, turn it a few times, and let it soak up all those flavors, and you'll be surprised at how amazing it tastes. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're doing well and that your family is well, and look forward to seeing you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.